Now at 6 a.m., several people are looking for a place to stay after an early morning apartment fire. It was a happy ending for a family after their van was carjacked with a disabled family member inside.
Looking across the region this morning, it's pretty calm, pretty quiet. That will not be the case as we head toward your Friday and off into your week. And I'll show you what the latest weather data shows coming up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you and welcome in. It is Thursday, January 22nd. I'm Rebecca Smith. Bill has the day off. Well, winter seems to have taken the week off, but could be getting back on the job, let's just say, this weekend with more on the potential for snow. Here is meteorologist Micah Harris.
Yeah, he's doing pretty bad at his job, him or her. It doesn't matter what it is, but yeah, it's just been a wimpy winter. There hasn't really been much going on, which, you know what, is okay with me. I don't know if it's okay with you. I know some of us want some snow, but I think most of us are okay with not having those roads just nasty like we usually see each and every winter. Last winter was not fun. So yeah, we're taking a little bit of a break this winter as of right now. Current temperatures sitting outside looking good, 20s and 30s. We head toward the afternoon holding on to 42 degrees, which is average for this time of year, but it is cooler and there is change continuing to come in our forecast. Our focus still looking at the odds or the chances of that snow potential there on Friday and off towards your Saturday, and I'll explain that in further detail in about 10 minutes.
We are tracking some developing news this morning out of Jessamine County. Several families are without a place to live after their homes were damaged by fire. Started around 4 this morning on Edgewood Drive in Nicholasville. No one was hurt, but there is a whole lot of damage this morning to clean up. And that's where we find WKYT's Mark Barber live at the scene with the latest on this.
Good morning, Rebecca. Fire crews have put out that fire and they are now working their way through that apartment building, trying to make sure that hot spots aren't flaring up. But one of the big concerns this morning is no longer the flames, it's the cold. Water that was poured onto this building has now run onto the streets here and it is quickly icing over. Things have become very slippery and a city worker is actually coming out this morning trying to figure out if they need to put salt down to keep things from getting any worse. So it was a very cold and early wake-up call for the people who live in this apartment building here on Edgewood Drive. We're told around 3:30 this morning someone smelled smoke and called for help. The fire chief says the fire started in the laundry room of one of the apartments and then jumped to a bathroom and then a hallway. We're told a man and a woman were both asleep in the apartment while the fire spread. Fortunately, we're told they were not hurt. The fire chief says the man was checked out by medical crews, and while he didn't need to go to the hospital, we're told he did wait in an ambulance to stay out of these freezing cold temperatures. Now, this fire forced several families, some of them with children, out of their homes. The 6 apartments have been evacuated, and the Red Cross has found housing for the displaced families while crews investigate this fire. Now, the fire chief tells me that it will probably take several hours to figure out what exactly sparked the flames here this morning, but I'm told at this point they do believe this fire is accidental. Live in Nicholasville, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Well, also in Nicholasville, police are investigating an overnight hotel robbery. It happened around 1:20 this morning at Home Place Inn on Imperial Way. The clerk told police a man with a bandana over his face had a gun and demanded money. Police say the gunman appears to be in his late 20s and was wearing a hooded sweatshirt. They hope to have surveillance video of this crime later this morning. We're also tracking a crime alert in Lexington. A driver delivering supplies to Little Caesars on New Circle Road near Old Paris Pike was held up at gunpoint around 3 this morning. Lexington police say the driver was inside the store's freezer when a masked man pulled a gun on him. When the gunman learned that the driver did not have access to the safe, police say he took off running. New this morning, police arrested the man accused of carjacking a van with a disabled man inside. William Sellers faces several charges, including robbery and kidnapping. The crime was caught on camera outside a store in Newport. Police say Sellers tried to steal something from the store but was confronted by an employee. That's when police say he forced a driver out of the van at gunpoint. The driver's disabled nephew was in the back seat. Police surrounded the stolen van last night in Cincinnati, and we understand that this disabled man who was in the van is doing all right this morning. Well, a close call at a Lexington business after employees say they were nearly robbed. Police were called out to the Advance Auto Parts on Versailles Road last night. An employee said 2 people with bandanas over their faces came into the store, and when they didn't see anyone inside, or apparently didn't see anyone inside, they walked out the back door. That same store was robbed late last week. A grand jury indicted two men accused of breaking into the Perry County coroner's home. Billy Caress and Eddie Boyd are charged with burglary and drug offenses. Last October, police say the men forced their way into the coroner's home. He wasn't there, but police say his wife was. Police say the men stole more than $10,000 worth of jewelry. An Eastern Kentucky woman accused of killing her husband says she is not guilty. Police say Amy Burkhart was caring for her paralyzed husband Charles, who died last week. Police say he was malnourished and had bed sores when he was taken to the hospital. Amy Burkhart was first charged with criminal abuse, but police later upgraded that charge to murder. The Lexington Parking Authority says it is working to refund thousands of drivers who were apparently overcharged. Between 2008 and 2012, Lexpark says thousands of parking tickets were mistakenly doubled. It added up to nearly $100,000. After weeks of questions by WKYT, Lexpark confirmed the overcharge problem this week. Board members say they're now working to correct the mistake.
We have 97% of the addresses and names who we think are the people affected by this, and we're going to send those out and make it. Check the box, send it back in, and once we get that back, we'll send them a check along with the voucher for the parking garages.
Frazier says those who were overcharged will get the $15 penalty refunded, as well as a parking garage voucher. Republican James Comer officially files for governor this morning. The first-term agriculture commissioner has been raising money since September, along with running mate State Senator Chris McDaniel from Northern Kentucky. Today will mark the official start of his 2015 campaign. The Fayette County Board of Education needs your help finding the district's next superintendent. Board members say they are working with K-12 Insight. It's a public engagement firm to find the best ways to get feedback from students, families, school employees, and other community members. The district is planning listening sessions to get feedback, and those are expected to be held next month. Well, people will finally get to see the results of months of work at a busy store in a Lexington neighborhood. In just a couple of hours, UK coach John Calipari will help cut the ribbon on a redesigned Kroger. WKYT's Whitney Wetzel is live on Euclid Avenue with a sneak peek.
Good morning. Well, this new Kroger is set to open up later this morning, and it is supposed to be one of the most unique stores in the country. We got an inside look. Take a look at this video. The 63,000 square foot facility is unlike any other Kroger in the nation. It has a unique architectural design that includes a 125 space rooftop parking deck. The store also has multiple elevators and escalators to get customers to the shopping level from that parking deck. Compared to the old Kroger store that was here before, officials say it has more view-scan registers, a walk-in beer cave, a Starbucks, and several other specialty departments. Kroger officials say this new store has created over 100 new jobs. Another nice perk is that students can use their UK Plus account here.
Well, the big deal is it's the only Kroger close to campus, so I'd say students on North and South Campus can walk to it accessibly or drive to it.
Now, the grand opening of the store is at 8 this morning. Coach John Calipari will be here to cut the ribbon. Also, the first 500 customers will receive 2 packages of Simple Truth and natural boneless chicken breasts. And like most Krogers, this store will be open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Live in Lexington, Whitney Wetzel, WKYT.
All right, thanks so much, Whitney. Very exciting for them over there. Let's get a check of traffic and see what's happening out on the roads this morning. Here's Officer John.
Hey, good morning. Well, just had a look at the Circle, and other than a stalled car on the exit ramp from the outer loop of New Circle to Tate's Creek, looking pretty clear. Also, the exit ramp to Harrodsburg Road, no problems to report there, and even inbound from Man o' War to the Circle on Harrodsburg Road looks great. Let's get a look outside, and we'll show you what to expect as you head out the door this morning for work or school, with a live look around Lexington and I-75 through the split there. On our Waze map, not a whole lot popping up. Just be extra careful through the construction zone on the Circle between Leestown and Versailles Road. Both lanes are open and available to us. We're watching traffic flow throughout the morning. Now back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks so much, Don. WKYT This Morning is just getting started. Hope you're having a fabulous start to your Thursday. A man has some explaining to do after his wife came home to find out that her home was no longer a home at all.
And we're looking at the moment on First Alert Defender Live Radar. Nothing going on here. A few clouds here and there, but that system back toward the west, yeah, that's our snow potential. It's going to take some time to get here, but I'll show you when you can expect it. Coming up.